So the previous lecture was all about connecting your end device to a SAN storage. So we have already had a look on a SAN storage, but again, what is a SAN storage? Or SAN NAS storage, a disk array. So SAN storage could also be called a disk array. So SAN storage, it's a device that has a bunch of disks that may come in different form factors, small like that one, 2U height, okay, a few disks in it. It could also come with a lot of disks similar to these. So these are called shelves, disk shelves, or disk enclosures, okay, to extend the capacity, the usable capacity of storage for the SAN storage, okay. May come in a single box like that one, containing the controllers. So the controller is the, let's assume that it's the processor of the storage, okay. May comes with at least two controllers, and each controller is responsible for handling few disks assigned to it, and it's also responsible for taking over the role of the other node or the other controller in case of a failure. Nice. Okay, and let's have a look on a rear view of a disk array or a SAN storage, okay. So it could contain at least two controllers. Actually, you could buy it with only a single controller, but this is not reasonable, and by this you will be having a single point of failure. So in case it fails, that controller fails, then you will be losing everything, and you'll have an outage. Okay, so again, it should have at least two controllers, similar to these, regardless of the brand of this example here. Okay, it also comes with two power supplies at least, so redundant to each other. So one is enough to power up the device, but the other one is redundant, like the redundant power supplies you may have in your servers. Okay, it also has several ports. So these are SAS ports that could be used maybe to connect to other shelves. So the connections to shelves, the stacking or the chaining of the shelves is being done using SAS or mini SAS cables. Okay, it might also be equipped with SFP ports to install SFP modules into it to be used with fiber channel or other protocols, maybe FCOE. So a SAN storage could also support FCOE, so not only the server side. Few Ethernet ports management. It may also have expansion slots to install specific types of PCI cards into it, okay, to add more capabilities like having more ports. Right, so now let's have a look at the physical capacity and how could we use the physical disks and the physical capacity of a SAN storage. Okay, so you can't directly write data to each disk individually, but you'll need first to create a layer that is could be called a pool or an aggregate. So some vendors call it pool, some other vendors call it aggregate. So what is a pool or an aggregate? So it's just a logical volume. It's a logical storage volume that you create, okay, over like a layer of all of your physical disks. So this creates a big pool of storage that you could use with your servers, okay, and it also provides high availability for your data, and we will learn more about disk failures and high availability in the coming sections. So again, the pool is a logical volume of your storage. You could start carving it to have units that could be assigned to your servers. So you could create a LAN, you could create a volume for file shares. So volume could be used for file shares like NFS, CIFS, okay, and some other protocols. So this depends on the allowed protocols and the supported storage protocols by your storage device. Okay, you could also create LANs. Okay, so this is a block storage, and this volume is a file storage. Great. So a pool or a volume is nothing but a warehouse similar to this, where you could store your LANs and volumes. Right, and this is a higher overview of a pool aggregate view. Okay, so you have a pool of space that you could carve and use it according to your preferences and according to the allowed physical space. So that's it for this lecture, and in the upcoming lecture we will have a look on the fiber channel addressing and how could a computer reach a SAN storage. So it needs an address for the storage, indeed. Thank you, and see you in the coming lecture. Goodbye.